Hi everyone, welcome to Cover Creations. My name is Gareth and this is my little corner of the internet for playing around with my food. I'm going to take you through something very simple today, which is my pickled onions. Now, real classic, simple pickled onion recipe. And judging by the fact that so far my most popular video has been the caramelised onion chutney, there's some people out there that'll enjoy onions with a bit of pickling. So we're going to go through that today. Like I say, this is so easy to do. So we're going to jump right into it. It's going to take a while. So you're looking at probably 2 days to make it and then 2 months of leaving it there pickling. So we'll start very simply with our jar. And that's the best thing to start with. Get the jar that you want to use first, because that way you can measure everything in the jar. You know exactly how much of everything you need. Now this one is apparently half a litre or 635 millilitres. So I'm no Einstein, but that doesn't quite work. So like I say, if you've got the jar up front, we can measure everything in it and it doesn't really matter how much it is. So first things first, and I'm going to do this on my weighing scales, because I want to know how much I'm going to fit in there of onions. Now I've got some shallots here, and we're looking a bit of shallots. There's some little onions that I grew in the garden last year. We just want to pack these in here. Get them tight, because we're going to take all of the stuff off the outside and that way they're going to fit in a bit easier. So if they're running right up to the brim like that, and look at that, perfect, 298 grams, so 300 grams. And that's worth remembering in a minute. So we can lose that. And now the very next thing, we just want to get all the skins off the outside. So to do that, we're just going to top and tail them very, very slightly. Okay, so when we're topping and tailing them, we just want to keep that root bit slightly intact. What that's going to do is allow us, that onion is going to hold together and it's not going to fall apart. And then when it's a case of just getting your nails in and pulling the skin off the outside. Now, there are easier ways of doing this. You can put them in boiling water, but I've got nothing better to do today. So I'm just going to crack on and work my way through them. It's going to take a while. Oh, the crying definitely will set in at some point. There we go. So we've got our onions. Onions and shallots. Like I say, you can do a mix or you can do one or the other. Sometimes the onions, small onions, are quite hard to find for me. Okay if I've grown my own, but otherwise shallots work just as well. Slightly sweeter, so you'll get a bit of a different one, from one onion to the other. You'll get a slightly different flavour, which is great. So, all the crayons out of the way, I hope. They're all done. Next thing we want to do is we just want to salt them. So, whack them in a bowl or a piece of Tupperware, like that. Then we want some salt. Now, nice and simply, if you remember, when we measured them the first time, they were 300 grams. Lovely, perfect. We want 1/10 of that in salt. This is nice and simple, easiest way I found to do it, and easiest way to calculate it. So 300 grams, 30 grams of salt. If you're doing a nice small one, 150 grams, 15 grams of salt. Nice and easy to work out. So we just want basic table salt. Just whack some of that in there. Okay, so that's about 4 grams. Okay, slightly over, doesn't matter. You're going to wash it all off before you actually do them. So all we want to do, give them a good turn around. Okay, nice and coloured. And that salt will draw away a lot of the moisture. And what that'll do is once you've got the onions all kind of pickled, they'll remain crisp. And no one likes soppy pickled onions. They're nowhere near as good. So I'm just going to cover that. Whack that in the fridge and just leave it overnight. So roughly same time tomorrow, be back here and we can finish it all off. So I'll catch you then. Right, so we're back. Day 2. We've got our onions. They've been in the fridge there overnight, and I'm going to show you how much liquid has come out of these. So if you can see that, it's quite a decent amount in that corner. So that salt's really done its job. And what that'll mean is we're going to get those nice crunchy onions. So we can leave them there for a second. And the first thing we're going to do is just put together our kind of pickling mixture. So I've got myself the saucepan. And this is where we're going to use the jar. Because, as I said, if you read the side, you wouldn't have a clue how much it holds. So quite simply, you just want some malt vinegar. And we're going to put in about 2/3 of the jar. So we'll pour that in there. There we go. Now if there's any left over, like I say, you're not going to waste it. I always like to, once it's all strained out, if I've got any vinegar left, pop it in some little bottles and use it on my chips. Right. So we're just going to pour that straight in. And then we can add our spices. So you can add any spices you like to this. If you want a hot one, stick some chilli in it. You know, try and use whole spices though. Works so much better. So into this, I'm going to put a teaspoon of mustard seeds, which is a classic one for these. And then I like to put in a little bit of an aniseed flavour. So I'm going to put in 1/2 teaspoon of fennel seeds. Like so. Go back on. And then 1/2 teaspoon again of caraway seeds. For something like this, where you're doing this sort of size of jar, it's going to be about 1/2 litre or just over 1/2 litre's worth. About 2 teaspoons of whatever kind of spices you want to use works really well. So then we're going to pop in a bay leaf and some black peppercorns. We're going to use about 12 of these. That's about 12. Pop those in there. Yeah, 1 or 2 more. Okay. Last thing we want, sugar. We don't want to leave this just as the vinegar, it'll be too much. You want a little extra bit of sweetness in there as well. So I'm going to measure out, once I've got stuff to measure it in, 50 grams of sugar. And I'm back. So here we go. Just normal white granulated sugar works fine for this. So just done that straight in. And that is our pickling liquid. So we can just leave that there for now. And what we're gonna heat it up in a bit. So we'll just whack it on the hob, but it takes very little time to heat up. So leave it there. We can turn our attention just to the jar. So we've got our onions, we've got our pickling liquid. All I'm going to do is just shove the jar in hot water, hot soapy water, wash it out, pop that little ring off, and then we're just going to kind of disinfect it basically by running it through the oven at 140 degrees C for 15 minutes with the jar. And then when we've got about 10 minutes to go on the jar, we'll just whack this into a bowl, pour some boiling water over the top, leave it in there for 10 minutes. And that's it, you've sterilised the whole thing. Just remember to take that off. I did one last year, well it is last year now, it was only a month ago. And I did some bottles and they had plastic tops. Totally forgot myself, put them all in the oven, 140, came out and I had these beautiful little bottles with a plastic stopper that was just dripping the whole way down the side. So make sure you keep any plastic bits off and do those in boiling water. Right, so I'm going to get cracking on that. And I'll see you back here in a sec. Right, so the jar's got a couple of minutes more just to sterilise in that oven. Same with the ring, in some hot water. Now we're just going to turn our attention to the pickling mixture. And all we need to do here is just whack it on the heat, turn it up, bring it up to a simmer for a couple of, maybe a minute or two. You're just getting the temperature up. You don't need to kind of mix all those flavours. That'll happen over the next few months in the jar. So I'm just going to leave that there, whip back over and start doing the last few bits on the onions. Okay, while that's coming up to temperature, we just need to get rid of all that water and a lot of that salt off these onions. So we're just going to wash them off. Just grab yourself a bowl, pour out the liquid, run them under a cold tap and just keep running them until you can't feel that grit on the outside anymore. So everything now pretty much done. We're just going to put it all together. So we've got our jar, very hot, so remember your tea towel just to move it around. Our onions, nice and washed off. I'm just going to drop them all in. Really hope that we've got enough room for them all. We do, yay! Yeah, so skimming them, it's like you'll take off a bit of the outside. So always kind of go maybe just a fraction too much when you're thinking of how many you're going to fit in there. I could probably have got another one in there. So now we just grab our pickling mixture, which is quite hot, and we're going to pour that over the top till we get it above the onions, so get them nice and level. Ta-da! I mean, they will float anyway, so yeah, you're not gonna get right over the top. We've got a lot of those spices still left in there, so what I'm going to do is just, so you can see, pour them through a sieve. Yeah. So we can get all of those out and then pop them in there, because I didn't think this one through. Come on, there we go. Yeah, I want all those spices in there, that's half the point. Otherwise I might as well just pour malt vinegar over the top. So get my bay leaf down in there, and then close it up, and you're all done. Ow. Perfect. So there we are. Our lovely pickled onions. They're going to sit in the cupboard now for a month or so, probably 2 months. And they'll be perfect to eat, you know. Sitting there with your nice cheese and crackers and nice pickled onion, or a proper ploughman's lunch. Goes perfectly. So, hope you enjoy. Hope you give these ones a go. And play around with those spices. You can put pretty much anything you like in there. I mean, see all these chillies in the background? They'd be great. If you're using them dry, you're probably not going to eat them. They're just going to give a bit of heat. But you can put fresh whole chillies in there with the onions. Then the chillies are edible as well, if you're that way inclined. So that's all done. So I hope you really do give this one a go. It's a great and really simple thing to do. So I'll leave it there and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.